video is about synchronicities. As introduced by Carl Jung, synchronicities are meaningful coincidences. They are events that seem related, yet they do not have a causal relationship. Synchronicities are happening all around us, and the more aware that we are, the more that we notice them. Synchronicities are universal messages. They are here to guide us on our journey. Synchronicities are by no means random. So when you keep getting the same message over and over again, know that this message is specifically for you. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about different forms of synchronicities. So let's begin. Number 1, repeated patterns. Now that can come in the form of repeated numbers. When you keep seeing the same number over and over again, like 222, 444, 1212, or the most common 1111, know that this number holds a message for you. In order to know what this message is, you can do one of two things. The first thing that you can do is to rely on your intuition, to seek guidance from your higher self, and to find the commonalities between every time that you keep seeing that number and figure out what that number means for you. Or you could just Google it. Now in numerology, each number has a specific meaning. So you're probably going to come across different meanings, but rest assured that the message that is meant for you will resonate the most, and you will know that this was the one for you. Another form of repeated patterns is when you keep seeing the same animal or picture of an animal over and over again, the same city, the same country, the same school. For me personally, at different stages in my life, I would see pictures of owls over and over again. I would open Instagram, pictures of owls, Facebook, owls, Pinterest, owls, and at first I was a little creeped out, I'm not gonna lie, but then I understood what that meant for me. So now every time that I see a picture of an owl, I don't get creeped out, but I understand what that message is for me. The second form of synchronicity is when you are feeling a certain way. Let's say you're feeling stuck or confused, or you're at a crossroad and you come across a post that resonates with you so much. Or you talk to a friend and they're telling you a story about another friend who's going through the same thing that you're going through. And within that story is an answer to your confusion. Or when you're feeling lonely and depressed and you hear this one song that pretty much sums up everything that you're feeling, and you feel like you're not alone. Someone else is going through the same thing that you're going through. This is probably my favorite form of synchronicity because it makes me feel like I'm not alone, and it makes me feel like something much bigger than me is taking care of me. Anyway, moving on. The third form of synchronicity is when the universe sends you assurance. A few months back, I was sitting there and I was just thinking to myself, man, I just started this YouTube thing, I just started coaching, and I feel so behind. And I was comparing myself to other people. And I was feeling a little bummed. Then I go on Instagram and the first post that I see is a story about that big rabbit and the turtle that get into a race and the turtle ends up winning. I'm like, wow, I smile because I haven't remembered that story in years since I was really little. And then a few posts down, I see another post by a totally different person on the same story. And at that point, I just start tearing up because I understood that this story was a message for me. For me, it meant that I am exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I shouldn't be that harsh on myself. I will get to my finish line at my own pace. The fourth form of synchronicity is when the universe is nudging you to do something. I was listening on YouTube to an interview with Gabby Bernstein, and she was talking about this book that was calling for her and was dragging her to the register, and I didn't hear the book's name at the time. But honestly, I didn't care enough to try to figure out what the book was. I just kept listening to the interview. And later on, I totally forgot about that. The next day, I was driving to work and I thought, you know what, let me just listen to a podcast. So I was listening to this random podcast, this girl interviewing a guy, and this guy, me and him, we have so much in common. He was saying a lot of the things that I was going through, and he said that he came across this book that changed his life, which was A Course in Miracles. I'm like, huh, interesting. And then later on, the same day, I'm on YouTube again, and the same interview with Gabby Bernstein comes on. And this time, I hear the name of the book, which is A Course in Miracles. And then the same day, I'm on Audible trying to find my new book, and I come across the book by Marianne Williamson, A Return to Love, The Basics of a Course in Miracles. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I get it. I gotta buy this book. And that weekend, I bought this book. Hold on. A Course in Miracles. Now, this book is by no means a regular book. This book is, I can't even explain it, but it's definitely life-changing, and it is not a fast read. It takes... Enough said. Anyway, synchronicities, they are, to me, I think of synchronicities as the universe just smiling at us, sending us messages, sending us guides along our way to help us, to let us know that they're there, to help us know that we're seen, we're heard, and we are understood. Anyway, this brings today's video to an end. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.